These are some frequently asked questions relating to what are called continuous appropriations. So first, does California law define an appropriation or even a continuous appropriation? Well, believe it or not, the answer is no. State law does not define the term appropriation, even though we find that term both in the state constitution as well as numerous statutes. But the word is not defined in either our state constitution nor in statute. How is the term appropriation defined by California's Legislative Council? The OLC, or the Office of Legislative Counsel, defines an appropriation as the amount of money made available for expenditure by a specific entity for a specific purpose from the general fund or other designated state fund or account. Is there a legislative branch definition of a continuous appropriation? Yes, the Senate Committee on Budget and Fiscal Review provides this definition for the term. The amount available each year under a permanent constitutional or statutory expenditure authorization. A continuous appropriation is not dependent on passage of the state budget. Is there an executive branch definition of continual appropriation? Yes, the California Department of Finance in its glossary of terms includes two definitions of this term. First, it says it's an appropriation for a set amount that's available for more than 1 year. Second, it says that a constitutional or statutory expenditure authorization that's renewed each year without further legislative action. The amount available may be a specific recurring sum each year, all or a specified portion of the proceeds of specified revenues that have been dedicated permanently to a certain purpose, or whatever amount is designated for the purpose as determined by formula, for example, some of the school apportionments. Do continuous appropriations ever expire? Yes, in Government Code Section 13340, it sunsets statutory continuous appropriations on June the 30th, with certain exceptions that are specified in that code section as well as in other statutes. Also, Control Section 30.00 of the Annual Budget Act traditionally extends the continuous appropriations for an additional fiscal year. What's the purpose of a continuous appropriation? Basically, the point of a continuous appropriation is to provide a specified amount of state funds on a continuous basis without the need to go through the annual budget process. And finally, how can a reader determine if a bill contains a continuous appropriation? Well, first, the bill's title will include the phrase, "and making an appropriation therefore." Second, in the Legislative Council's digest, there will be language such as, "This bill would continuously appropriate a specified amount of annual proceeds to this fund to do whatever stated purpose." And then third, the text of the bill will contain language similar to the following, and I took this from a 2021 session bill. Beginning with the 2022-23 fiscal year, 25% of the annual proceeds of the fund are hereby continuously appropriated without regard to fiscal year in an equal percentage to each of the 58 counties in the state for the sum of $1 million. So that's basically an overview of a continuous appropriation in the California State Legislature.